pattern yourself after an astrology. Like you read a horoscope about your attributes, and now you're living that. You're operating under that. So your times and everything you're dealing with is linking to these necromancers and these astrologers and all those things there. The palm readers, which is another observant of time. Well, this is what's going to happen to you. I see this in your future. Things of that nature. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 27. You shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Most High your power.
Now again, I wanted to go into this because most people say, well, is this haircuts? No, this is talking about actually doing things unto the gods. Like you've seen with in Apocalypto, how they cut themselves and cut their hair to certain gods and all that, and have these little cuttings in their hair and all that. That's what it's speaking of. Looking like a god. Okay? And it says, you shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, that's like brandings, for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Some people do things to commemorate a loved one who's passed. They may mark that on their body. You can't do that. You cannot print anything on your body. That's tattoos. That's printing on the body. That's crystal clear. All right? Read.
Verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness.
That means taking a woman and setting her up as a prostitute. You can't do that. And that's normal in society, especially if you're in the neighborhoods, in the hood, the ghettos. They germinate. Matter of fact, they kind of sensationalize that behavior. There's no way you should have a pimp ball on HBO, on TV, where guys are talking about, you know, they having a pimp ball and all that, giving out awards to the best pimp of the year. This happens in the United States. Snoop Dogg is there, and all these other guys there. What's the other rapper name? The Ice-T's there. They sensationalize what the Bible says is unlawful. And the women relish in it too. They give an award for the one that made more money out of all the women who was prostituted. She goes up and she gets her trophy. So y'all keeping record of this. Right? Read.
Verse 30. You shall keep my Sabbath.
And the Most High said it again. Why? Because the Sabbath is a continual reminder of the Most High. Read.
And reverence my sanctuary. I am the Most High.
Oh, okay. Who's next here? Go ahead, Azel. You here? Come on. 31 through 35. Come on.
Leviticus 19 and 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards, to be defiled by them. I am the Most High your power.
Regard not them that have familiar spirits. These are they who are connecting with the dead, or feel that like some type of energy is working in them. Neither seek after wizards. These are male witches. To be defiled by them, I am the Lord thy God. Read.
Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, and honor the face of the man, and fear
of the old man,
and fear thy power. I am the Most High.
They're saying that automatically, if you see someone of age, they get respect. That's what that means. Automatically. If they've lived a long life, believe me, they have wisdom. Something have happened where their wisdom have allowed them to live a long life. The Most High says, when you see this, give it honor and respect. And that also falls into the honor of the mother and father. When it comes to even those that are hoary or old, you got to honor them like mother and father too. Read.
And if a stranger should sojourn with thee in the land, ye shall not vex him.
That means if the children of Israel is living among Gentile or people who are not born of Israel, we shall not antagonize them or vex them or make them feel less than us. We have to treat them as equals, as brothers. Go ahead.
But the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you.
That's crystal clear. Now I wonder what Israelites going to say about that. What are they going to say about that? You got to treat them just like your own brother. Now, and I would never understand spewing hate towards others. And your biggest complaint is that someone hated you. And someone did something against you. Your biggest complaint is all the things that have happened to us. But yet, you can hate other people. Read.
And thou shalt love them as thyself. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Most High, your power.
We were strangers in the land of Egypt, and the Most High allowed those people to have compassion on us. Think about that. We became a nation. Only 70 souls went into Egypt, and the Most High put a spirit on the king to love Joseph, to take care of us, to carve out a place so that we can become a great nation. So we can't do that for others? Read 35, please.
Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, and
Meet yard,
in weight or in measure.
That's cheating with finances. Go ahead.
Just balances, just weights, and just ephah. And
just hand.
And just hand shall ye have. I am the Most High, your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt.
Read it all the way. We only got one more. Go ahead.
Therefore shall ye observe all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them. I am Most High.
Exactly. Now the example of this is, there should be, if you compare it to this system, there should not be any type of system set up in which it's supply and demand, where the price is set on the demand. Why? Because you can control the demand. You can make artificial scarcity, which makes everyone believe that there's a little bit of something, just so that the price can go up on it. That's artificial scarcity. So you can cheat in that system. In supply and demand, if there's a small number of something, automatically the price will go up. Well, if I'm living in a capitalistic society and I'm over a product, I'm going to make everyone believe that there's only a little bit of it, so that I can make more from my product. But the Most High says a just weight for a just measure, which means there should be one price on things and it should be sold to everyone equally. Period. That's righteous. We weren't made for creation. Creation was made for us. We shouldn't suffer to eat. So the Most High said it's just weight for a just measure. Like, here's an example that I can give based on this scripture. Just say if strawberries grow as current as bananas, right? They grow just as frequent as bananas. Then there shouldn't be that difference of a price. They're always there. Fruit is fruit. You sell them according to a certain weight, and that weight is sold the same all around the earth. Not just based on whether or not the food is in your area or whatever the case is, and whether or not it's been imported. It doesn't matter. It should be the same all around the earth. Everything. It should be one price for everything. And it cannot be a price in which we can't afford, because the fruit is growing for us. You understand? It's growing so that we can be nourished and live a long life. Y'all got it? Okay. So it's one thing reading the law. It's another thing going into the law. All right? Last but not least, the law on earrings. How was that instituted? How was it when we left Egypt, we broke off our earrings and our jewelry and we made the idol, which was also showing us what? The idol was there the whole time. It just wasn't melted down and put together yet. You notice how jewelry and certain jewelries and certain things that cost a lot of money we call precious, and we value jewelry over people. Do y'all notice that? You don't care what happened to your neighbor or someone down the street, but you want to protect your ring you have in a safe. So somewhere there's an unbalance there, right? So let's just give the origin of earrings. How did that come to pass? Let's go to Exodus 21 real quick. Exodus 21. All right. Let's start at the first verse.
Exodus chapter 21 verse 1.
Anyone didn't read yet? Okay, Sandy, you start with 21 verse 1. Go ahead.
Verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. Verse 2.
Go ahead. Verse 2.
If thou buy a Hebrew servant,
If you buy a Hebrew servant, read.
6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing.
So if one was to purchase a Hebrew servant, 6 years they worked, and the 7th year, which is the year of Jubilee, they must go out free. Which means, usually when you purchase a Hebrew servant, it's because this servant is in debt. So this servant must work off their debt, not forever. You understand? Not forever. So they work the 6 years. During the 6 years, health, food, shelter, and raiment is provided while they're working off their debt. And they're looking forward to being released in the 7th year and gain some substance during that 6 years so that they can have a life on their own free from that debt. And you notice our society has systematically put everyone in debt from birth. From birth, you are in debt. And your whole life, you incur and build debt on purpose. Why? Therefore, it circumvents this law. You are a servant from the time you're born to the time you die, based on your debt. If you owe, you're never free. You are indebted to someone. And that's why Christ said in the prayer, forgive our debts. Forgive debts as we forgive our debtors. Christ came that we should be free, not serve a system. They wanted him dead. He was pointing out the evil of putting one under perpetual debt. We were meant to be free. We were not meant to serve someone all the days of our lives and then our next generation serve them for all the rest of their lives. That's against the law of the Most High. How are they imploding the whole earth today and putting the whole earth under the one world power? Through this creation of debt. Oh, you owe us this based on the interest, which is usury, which is all.